345th Signal Company wing attached to the 49th Bomb Group. We had planes fly out of southern Italy twice a day over Germany. And we supplied the communications and all the flight bombing missions to go over Germany. All right, I worked in the motor pool in the company I was in, and I was always able to get a vehicle. And Italian fellow by the name of Joe Peluso came to me one day and he tells me, "Ray, can you get a vehicle?" He says, "I found out there's a priest up in a place called San Giovanni who is a stigmatist. He has all 5 wounds like Christ." He says, "You think you can get a vehicle and we can go try to find him?" And well, I tried to do this, and the commanding officer says, "If you get 5 people, you can take the vehicle and go see if you can find him." So we did. We didn't know where we were going. We were going by directions somebody told us, and we finally got up into a town up there, which we thought was close to it. And there was a little restaurant there, and we went in there, and there happened to be a fellow in there who was supposed to be a count. I don't know what count he was, but anyway, he always wore knickers and stuff, and he knew almost everything you want to know about San Giovanni up there. And he directed us around like a guide. We ended up meeting this lady, Mary Pio, who worked at the church, and she knew a lot about Padre Pio. So. He didn't eat anything. He drank some kind of a lemon juice all the time. I heard that it was something that they drank over there. I didn't know what it was. And we had lunch with him one time, and Joe Peluso got some spaghetti or something on his face, and Father Pio was cutting him up about not being able to get the food in his mouth or something. He was a regular person, you know. He wasn't something you think was out of the ordinary. There's something about him that you knew was special, that's all. His masses were extremely long, about 2 hours for a low mass. When he was saying the consecration, it looked like he was in another world, like he was living the whole thing. There's been stories told that when he was saying the consecration, that his feet raised off of the floor, and I can't verify this or not verify it. And then there was supposed to be extreme aroma of roses around the altar at that time. And I never smelt that either, but they say it happened. So.
I heard that Padre Pio was a rather extraordinary confessor. Did you ever have an opportunity to go to confession with him?
No, because he didn't hear confessions in English. But I heard that there were people who went to confession to him, and he'd tell them they forgot sins that they didn't tell him. Somebody came to us and asked us, I think, I don't know if it was Mary Pyle or if it was one of the monks or what it was, but they come and ask if one of us would like to serve Mass. And Art and I, since, you know, back then Mass was in Latin, and both of us was still familiar with response to Latin, and we both decided that we would serve Mass. So it wasn't a fluff it off deal. It was a very serious situation. Because he looked like he lived every minute of it.
You say he lived every... What do you mean?
I mean, you know, he just looked like he was into the whole thing. Mary Pyle, before we left, handed each one of us 5 fellows a small piece of linen that was on one of his wounds. As a relic from Father Pio. I have a crucifix that was, and a rosary blessed by Father Pio that I have the relic inside of it.
Carries it with him all the time.
I've had this since then. This is the crucifix that opens up. By the time you give everybody a little piece, it disappears.
Were there times in your life, from after the war till now, when you kind of have a little prayer up to St. Padre Pio to talk with him about what was going on in your life, or maybe some challenge or problem you
Sure,
were
I
facing?
prayed to him a lot. You better believe it. He told me when I went home that he would watch out for my family. So he told all 5 of us that he'd watch out for our families. So we haven't had any really serious problems in my family, so I feel he has watched out for us.
How do you feel about having encountered an actual, real saint?
How did you feel? It feels wonderful.
Feels wonderful.
I don't know. How do you explain it? I feel like I was blessed. Really, I do. I really feel blessed that I had the opportunity to meet a man like him. I just do.